To open up a project on the new OS or whatnot, you can still use your browser shortcuts. On the MPC Live 2, for example, it is Shift and Menu. Quick note is that sample assign is right here now. It is right freaking here. It's right here. So if you want to assign samples, we'll struggle like that one day. I'm not today. But I'm gonna go into my SD card slot. And I'm going to go into my old folder. I'm going to pull up a beat that a lot of you guys already know I made in the old OS. And I did a whole entire tutorial on it. So it's not like it's going to be a beat that you can't find. It was on my Alchemist video. Not the recent one, but the first one. Make sure y'all watch this recent one. So I believe the beat is called The Alchemy. I made that shit a while ago. And then once you go to, let me go back. All right, so the most important thing is to do this. Make sure that you go to your projects. Make sure that it says XPJ. That's the extension at the end of your projects. So I'm going to go and load up a project of that beat. And then say all sequences because it has multiple sequences. So if I go to selected sequences, I can see all my sequences in here. And this will answer the other question too. One of the other myths that people said is that, or a lot of people are wondering, and the answer is yes, song mode is still here. This is song mode right here. What a lot of people don't know is that you can convert your songs back into a sequence. It'll choose the one sequence that is empty. It'll say unused. They'll say include muted tracks. So you hit that, hit do it, boom. We're going to go back in the main. Yes, everything goes into the arranger. Everything goes into the arranger. Every sequence goes into the arranger separately. So if you start a new sequence, you have a new arranger to work with. I go over here and it says from song 1. Now if I go to I go to that one, you'll see everything. And this is not an illustrious project, by the way. I think the other one would be better, but we'll open up and you can hear it playing. And by the way, when you tap on the screen, you see all your files and stuff like that too, and you can erase everything right here. You can use the pencil, draw it in, eraser, and it's playing an old ass beat. So let's go to another one. So Alchemy Part 2, all sequences. Now I have another track pulled up. Now I see that I have a verse, I have a bridge, verse, alt, hook, intro, and then I have from song 1 because I've already exported it back into the project. I did this a while ago, and this beat is very familiar. Boom. And you can hear the track, and you can see it too. I did not know you can skip by touching on it. My bad. That's awesome. That's cool. I've found that out. Let's close that window out so you can see everything. Stretch. Some tracks might not pull up correctly because there's certain things that have changed. It depends on how weird of a producer you are. I don't do as much weirdo shit as you guys out there. The biggest question that everybody is asking right now is if MPC 3.0 works with the MPC software. The answer is yes, and this is what it will do right now. Well, this is what it does for me. It will be something different for you guys. I can't speak on it. I don't know much. Pull up the MPC software. So the MPC software is open, and I have not updated my MPC software in a while. When you go into the MPC 3.0, not much has changed except for the icon over here. It looks like that, and I don't really like it because it's too small in my opinion, but I'm old. But you'll see an icon right here. You would just hit that and then choose controller mode. Well, I ain't gonna be able to do that unless my MPC is plugged up, right? To the computer. Whoops. So MPC software is compatible. It will look like this, or it looks like this for me. It'll probably look different for you guys. Let's go over here and we're gonna talk about, this is the drum track. Drum track, you see all the pads. So, I ain't capping. So I will go over here to the pencil sign. The pencil sign is still the pencil sign. And I'll go to explode track. and explode all the tracks. So the tracks explode, right? Boom. So we got to take a look at it, right? So I'm going to go into my arranger. So I had the beat here. And I split the tracks. So you see that there's different tracks right here. So all the tracks are broken up now. In 2.0 would do like one program, and if you exploded the tracks, it still stayed in a program. It was tracks, but it really wasn't. And then it wasted so much CPU. The old way of using programs and stuff like that. Trust me, programs are out the door for a reason. It stops people from growing. That's just, without a shadow of a doubt, it's been tested. Anytime when someone is brand spanking new and they're using MPC for the first time, the biggest issue that they run into is that they don't know where the sounds are after they load it. And now they are skipping over that by having it as tracks. It makes way more sense than programs. I know, I understand. I'm old as just like all you old motherfuckers out there. It is what it is. If you save a program and whatever, and you open it up in 3.0, it still exists, and I will show you that as well, so that you guys will be cool. But for the most part, Explode works. It works better because you are separating those into real tracks, and then you can rename the tracks and so forth. So let's load up a drum program. Find one of my old drum programs, Lords of Funk. It's a drum program, but it's going to load up as what? What is going to load up as, chat? It's going to load up as a track. It's going to load up as a drum track. And my drums are there. Full level all day. And you can tell it's my stuff because it's not colored in different ways like Akai's Expansions. The other myth that people are saying or people are talking about, does it have a step sequencer still? Yes, none of the functions have changed. All of the stuff. They've added stuff. They changed how the UI looks. You guys are going to be like, what the hell? Because I was like, what the hell this morning? So the step sequencer is there. Like it's always been. You see the step sequencer? Matter of fact, you can drag and drop it over there if you love it so much to your toolbar. So you have a shortcut. And yes, the sequencer is there. You can still sequence stuff the same way. What most people don't know about the sequencer is that you can sequence other shit too. You can sequence the automation. That's the way you would want to clear the automation and stuff like that. Now you have it visually within the arranger, so you can go into the arranger and draw up stuff now, which is crazy. And you can also automate your buses if you have an effect in your buses. I don't have anything on output 1 and 2, but if I was to go back to main, I have my output, and if I was to add something into output, a filter, whatever, I'll go back into the arranger, go to that output, and then I can go and choose to add something new. You see insert 1. I don't need anything really. I'm just drawing stuff out, and you can just draw all your automation from your output or from any other track that you want. People keep asking about a parametric EQ. People ask about an EQ in general, and there's a couple of things that I want to address. Yes, there are EQs in there. Is there a parametric or graphical EQ? The answer is no, and we'll get into that in a second. But first, let's see the EQs. I'm going to go and grab an effect. It's already a filter on there, but we'll add a kill EQ. So this is your first EQ that you're going to get. And by the way, you can turn off your effects on the screen. You got a long press. And if you tap on that effect, it'll bring up the UI. You can do it another way. You can bring up your whole entire rack this way. And we have the kill EQ right here. Look at this. That's crazy. Y'all sleep. Y'all sleep. So if you want to kill harmonics like that, you can do that really easily with the kill EQ. You can mix your frequencies too. I think I want to turn down the lows first though. Oops, I'm sweeping. Gain. Mid. Let's go ahead and now I can offset. So that's that. I'll delete it. I'll add another one. The next one is Para EQ, just to give you a different look. And this is how the Para EQ looks like. You can turn off the bands. You can mess with the gain. This one's a little more detailed. I'm already on the gain side of it. And you can tell the difference between that and the kill. You can change the shelf or the type to like a bell. You can, of course, EQ the frequency, sweeping it. This one's a little bit more friendly on the Q links than the kill, because the kill is only a 3-band. It's 4-band. Yeah, you can do high-low cuts. So you can do high frequency cut. You can set the type from 12 decibels and so forth. Low cut. The type, just turn it on. You can hear the difference between +6, 24. It's a large difference between that. So let's delete that. Let's go and grab another EQ. I think there's another EQ, I can't remember. Shelving filter. I've never ever, ooh, what? What? Please don't be nothing new that I ain't supposed to show. I don't know. Oh yeah, oh, this is a classic. My bad. But yeah, this EQ, 4 bands. I'm just going through the different presets. So y'all boys be bugging, man. What a lot of people don't understand is this particular EQ is CPU intensive as fudge. It is CPU intensive just from the giddy up, one of these. Because you are, do I have to explain? One, UIs take up a lot of CPU, GPU. The GPU on the MPC is not on the same level as something on your laptop or desktop. Let's just keep it 100. But you obviously can get a little functionality out of your plugin on the MPC. That's without a shadow of a doubt. But if we're talking about all of this right here, maybe not. Maybe just this. You know, where you can just select bands or something like that, and that will still take up a lot of CPU. Maybe something like a spectral analyzer, I guess. That would be cool. If people can see a spectral analyzer, then that would make a little bit more sense to people that are so meticulous about that. And a spectral analyzer on the output, while you just have the box playing the beat, is kind of a cool ass Instagram video. Does it work with hardware? The answer is yes. I'll use this right here, which is always going to be my baby, which is the Mcree. So I'm going to plug it up. The MPC can power this synth. I got to remember how to turn it on. There it goes. I turned it on. It's working as a MIDI controller too. Totally forgot about that. That's sick. Let's go to a new project. So there's no audio coming out of this track because it's a drum track. What we're going to do is get a MIDI track, just like you would normally. And what we're going to do is use the pads to drive the synth itself. What I do is I arm or monitor the sound through here. Not the Tetris though. Anyways, so we have armed it. I gotta go and select it. Oh, there it goes. All right, that's cool with me. All right, so now I have that recorded inside of here. You can see the MIDI. How am I gonna get the audio? Well, we'll experience that head on. So, okay, the audio track is armed. Let's see. Wow. Yo, that's crazy. MPC it is, dog. We gonna just deal with this shit over here, you know, where people actually invest in something, you know. Shit. I'm for real, bro. That shit don't be making no sense.